Hello everyone, it's Ali Official, and in this video I'm going to briefly talk about single player, multiplayer, and community servers. For starters, we are going to go into multiplayer, and you need to know that the majority of Path of Titans players calls multiplayer officials. And when you go into here, you will have the option between the available maps. Now, when you are a brand new player to Path of Titans, no matter which map you choose, as soon as you select one and want to enter it, it is going to take a few seconds and sometimes a few minutes to find a server to put you in. So when you first come into the map, your screen is going to look similarly to this. The dinosaurs are in alphabetical order, and you have to toggle between the herbivores and the carnivores. Now, a lot of people call multiplayer officials because these are servers provided directly by Alderaan Games. You will not find any modded dinosaurs or maps in official servers. Every single time in officials that you start a new dinosaur, you are going to be put into this hatchling cave, or tutorial cave as some of us call it. You are going to have to read the messages on the top of your screen and do the actions it is asking you. Once you have completed everything that it prompts you to, you will finally get that banner up at the top where it tells you to exit through the tunnel to leave this cave and begin your journey of survival. Once you've left the cave, you will be put into a random spot on the map. But on the right hand side of my screen, under my little mini map, you can see I have quests. If you do not see that screen, you're going to have to go into your menu, go down to quests, and you're going to have to check them so that you will see them displayed on your screen. Now, you can see I have to find home cave, find waystone, and then I have to collect 35 succulents. The waystones and the home caves will be marked on your map. The waystones are the green symbols around the map with that little leaf on it, and the home caves are the blue little triangle shape that you see around the map. You can go to any one of those on the map. You don't have to just go to the closest one to you. The biggest thing you need to keep in mind when you go into official servers is that there are no rules. So, if you come across other dinosaurs, which will be other players, they can attack you and kill you just because they can and because they feel like it. It does suck and it's unfortunate, but because there are no rules, a lot of people treat officials like a war zone. Now, not everybody in official servers are toxic or just out to kill everything they see. There are a lot of really friendly people out there. It's just a gamble because the servers you get put into are always random. You don't know what kind of players you're going to have when you go in for the day. Now, as I've said, there are no rules in officials, and that doesn't just apply for the gameplay. It applies for the global chat in the social menu. It can get extremely toxic, hostile, and sometimes extremely inappropriate. So if you are uncomfortable seeing that, you do have an option in your settings to toggle off the chat, but you can also just tab over to the group or local. They are usually a lot less busy and a lot more tame. When I am by myself and I really don't want to put up with the global chat, I just keep in group because it's going to stay very quiet. And so we've talked about multiplayer, or officials, as most of us call it. Now we are going to briefly talk about single player. When I first got into Path of Titans, a few people have told me that single player is a broken, dark place that nobody ever goes to. When you select it, you will have the same map options as you would in the multiplayer or officials, but you can see at the top I have a game mode, which right now we only have one, which is adventure. And you can also go to the right and go to settings. You can give your single player server a name, give it rules, a message of the day, and then on the right hand side of your screen, there are a bunch of things you can check or uncheck. And then there are things you can edit, like the hatchling cave exit growth, global passive growth per minute, minimum growth after death, and you can also change how many marks you get per quest, and a handful of other options as you can see right here. And then just like in officials, you will have the option to create a dinosaur, or if you've been in it already like I have, you can continue on the dinosaurs you've already started. Now, in single player, it is exactly as it sounds. It is single player. When you go into here, there is nobody else in the server. It is just you. You cannot invite friends to this server. They cannot join on you. I don't know if there are plans to ever change that, but that's just how it is right now. As you can see, unlike in officials, my yellow growth bar at the bottom is going up because I do have passive growth set for this single player. Now, if no one else can go into single player with you, you might be wondering, why the heck would I even want to go in here? That sounds really boring. It is boring, but single player can have its uses. Because there are no other players in this server to attack you or interfere with any experiments, you can use this server as a way to test things like swim speed and swim stamina. You can also use single player to test out the fall damage you can take from different heights on different dinosaurs. You can see how long your stamina can last, and then you can also see how long it takes for your stamina to regenerate. When you go into official servers or some community servers, knowing your dinosaur's strengths and weaknesses and what they're capable of or not is extremely beneficial, because when you are being attacked or chased by something, you will be able to know what your dinosaur is capable of, as well as the one that is hunting you. You can also use single player to try and learn where all of the food sources are. If you're tired of going into officials and starving to death because you can't find a corpse or a berry bush because you don't know where they are, or you keep getting killed before you can even try to find them, go into single player. Everything is in the exact same locations in single player as they are in officials. The same thing applies for the quest items. They are going to be in the exact same locations in single player as they are in officials. I honestly have moments where I just want to roam around and do my own thing and not have to deal with anybody else. And this is a really good place to do that. Now, single player is also nice because you have access to an admin panel. You are the owner of this server. Even though nobody else can come in here, you have godly powers. If you go into admin panel, you will be able to make an announcement that only you will see. You can change the weather, the time of day. You can freeze them if you want to get screenshots or videos. You can play around with this zoom. You can also go into spectator mode. Now, you will not be on a dinosaur when you go into spectator mode, and you will be able to fly around the map as if you are a bird. I can fly around and just check out the map or make videos. I can go under the water just fine. I don't have to worry about drowning. Once you're in spectator mode, you will be able to go into creator mode. And then you will have this creator objects panel, and you will be able to place stuff down. Now, keep in mind that every time you log out of single player, it resets the server. There is no way to save all of the data from single player. So if you decorate an area extremely nice and you really want to come back to it like the next day and just hang out in there peacefully by yourself, all your decorations and your hard work are going to be gone, and you're going to have to place them down again. Now, once you want to go back to your dinosaur, all you have to do is go into the admin panel, go down to the bottom, and go to return to dinosaur. Right, let's talk about community servers. When you go into here, you will see a very big list of all of these different servers, and right now there are 18 pages worth of servers to check out. Community servers are servers that are rented or owned by just regular people like you and me. They cost money to have, and they are not owned by Alderaan Games. So the owners, admins, and moderators of these servers have their own rules, And if you don't follow the rules of their server, they might kick you or even ban you. Servers that have a key symbol on them are password locked. You either have to be a member of their Discord in order to get it, or you have to apply to get in these servers and pass their application process in order to be able to get in. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can just simply type in a part of the name. You don't have to type in the whole thing. And you just got to click the refresh button, and then it will narrow your search, and you can find the server that you really want to go into and check out. Now, you don't have to just play in one community server for eternity. If you want to dabble in other servers every now and then, you have all the right to do that. You've seen advertisements for a mod in Path of Titans and you want to know which servers have them. All you have to do is just click on a server, go into your details option, which for me it's R2 to get to that. You can see right here, or I can just go to it and click it. And it will bring up all of the mods that are in that server. When you want to go into a server that does have mods, you are going to get a prompt asking you to confirm downloading them. If you say no or cancel, well, you won't be able to go into that server. You have to accept it if you want to go in that server. If you already have them downloaded, it's going to quickly verify them to scan for updates. And when you don't have them downloaded, you will have that download bar. Sometimes it will take several minutes, so please be patient. Every time you go into a community server, you are going to have a screen similar to this. Their rules are going to pop up, and you're going to have to accept them if you want to play in it. If you don't like the rules they have, well, I do suggest leaving that server and finding one that has rules that fits your needs. Most of these servers have a Discord where more detailed rules are usually outlined, because this box that you see right here is only so big and can only fit so much in it. Now, when you select a dinosaur to play and enter the world, every server is going to do it kind of different. Sometimes you go into the server as an adult already if you go into a PvP heavy server. But most of them have you start as a juvenile or hatchling. The nice thing with community servers is that they always skip the hatchling cave that you see in officials. So you just immediately spawn into the middle of the world and can start growing your dinosaur. A lot of the community servers do have passive growth, and each of them will have their passive growth set differently. Community servers might also have their marks boosted, so every time you complete quests, you might get double or triple or even 5 times the marks in that server than you normally would in officials. Sometimes community servers have extra food put down that aren't normally found on officials. Something that keeps community servers different from officials is that they can have events. Whether it's a boss fight with a dinosaur set with buffed stats, or a game of tag or hide and seek, or even something else that's a bit more extravagant, players have the option to participate in these events, and sometimes they'll be given marks just for participating. Other times they might have to be the winner or the victor in the event in order to get extra marks. If you have any further questions about single player, multiplayer, or community servers, please don't be shy. Ask it in the comments. I'll answer it as best as I can. Whether you decide to go into officials or community servers, please know that you do not have to just stay in either of these for the rest of your time playing Path of Titans. If you want to dabble in between going into community servers sometimes, and then you want to go into officials every once in a while, you are more than welcome to do that. You bought the game, you've downloaded the game, it is yours to play, and you can go into any of the servers that you'd like to go into. To any new players of Path of Titans that were stuck on that screen trying to decide which server type to go into, I hope this video was helpful for you. To the players who've played Path of Titans for a while, I know you guys don't need this, but I know what it's like to go into a new game and feel a little bit intimidated. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned for more helpful videos. I am just starting my YouTube channel, so I don't have a lot out right now, but I am trying to work on it as best as I can in between my work and my social life. Take care, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.